Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Chris Berg. We brought meteorologist Lisa Green in right away because we got some weather to talk about.
Oh, we do?
Today.
I haven't heard about that.
Yes. So everyone's kind of getting ready. I feel like in North Dakota, Minnesota, you know, snow can come at any time. We were visiting about this earlier yesterday. Even though I knew it was coming, I waited till the last. We're going to talk about procrastinating here a little bit later in the show. But I ran out because I needed to get my 7-year-old some snow boots, and that was kind of the scene ever. And then I went to Costco, and people were like stocking up in case they can't get out. And the gal told me a lot of moms have been in here today asking if Costco has snow boots. I got mine at Shoe Carnival, and you said you were out shopping a little bit.
I just went to Target, and I was walking through the aisles, and next thing I know, I see a couple of different families like surrounding the boots area, a bunch of kids trying on boots, getting ready for the storm system too. So it's good to be prepared, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, this morning on the Valley Today, we were talking about having that winter survival kit in your car. I know my husband put my ice scraper in the car, for the windshield. It's all those little things. We've all, been here forever, but you get rid of it. You block it out. Right. I still want to think that it's summertime. But
right. I know. I wish we could hold on to fall a little bit longer. And the good thing about this system is, well, there are a good and bad thing about it. It's an early season snowstorm, which we don't want, but at the same time, it's an early season snowstorm. So it will melt. We'll get it out of here. And maybe we can still get a little bit of fall salvaged here, too, for us as well. We'll see. But
can you kind of break down the timeline? Because this has been a tough one. And a lot of people, when I'm out at the stores, they're like, so what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not the meteorologist.
And to be honest, I'm always being honest about the forecast, but this really has been a challenging one because, again, it's an early season system. So we've got a lot of moisture in it, temperatures right around the freezing mark. And so that has a huge impact on what type of precipitation you see. And, even a few miles difference in where this tracks could mean the difference between rain or snow, or a bunch of snow, or maybe just a little bit. So it's been a tough one to nail down, but we're doing our best to keep you guys informed about what to expect here. So let's get right into it. The snow's already falling in places in the region. We saw some this morning at our sister station in Minot. Check this out.
Is this Minot?
This is Minot. This is looking at some snow on the ground there. Looks like they're trying to recover from it this morning. It is kind of quieting down for them. And the snow has since moved on and is moving into our viewing area right now. So both in Fargo and in Grand Forks, we've been seeing more along the lines of some rain and some mist at this point in time. This is our view in Fargo here from the station. Just looking really dreary out there. We've had some passing rain showers. And then up into Grand Forks, we've been keeping an eye on things there, and more of the same, more dreary weather. This is at UND, at the Department of Atmospheric Sciences there. We're looking off to the west as well. So keeping an eye on the valley. Those are just some locations. Now, there are some DOT cams that are showing a very different story. Check out Medina up in the top right corner there. This is in western Stutsman County. We've got snow covering I-94, or at least accumulating onto parts of it. So if you're planning to travel west today, this is what you're going to encounter. Cavalier as well, starting to get some snow on the ground there too as we're mixing things over. On the flip side, into Minnesota, we haven't had much for precipitation. It's mainly been some rain and some mist and drizzle, and that's what we're seeing in Lake Park right now. So
interesting to look at those sky cams and the views, because that's not that far away.
No, not at all. And we'll continue to watch that snow creep eastward toward the Red River Valley. And you can see on the radar right now, we've got quite a bit of snow happening in central North Dakota, and now trying to mix its way down into Cass County and parts of Grand Forks County too. There's that rain snow line we've been talking about. Minnesota, it's been pretty quiet. Basically, there's a cutoff right now where you're looking at the state lines there. But up north, you can see those brighter areas of white and blue. Now, some of this might be some of that snow melting, confusing the radar a little bit, but it is pretty significant moisture that we're dealing with here with this storm system. So we could be getting some of that heavier snow in some of those blue areas. Lots of colors going on in the southeastern corner of the state. We've got some mixing over happening. I've had a lot of reports of sleet, even some freezing rain. So you're going to want to have that scraper in your car, as Lisa was mentioning, for this system especially because of the potential for some icing with it. So here's the latest. We've got that winter storm warning for all of eastern North Dakota. It includes Fargo, Moorhead under that winter storm warning, and our counties along the Red River in Minnesota. Other places with some alerts, but right now that looks like to be the highest impact area with this very long duration event. And then we've got strong winds picking up already, and unfortunately some of these strongest winds are right where the snow is falling, and that's going to bring down your visibility quickly. but it doesn't matter where you are. We've got low reports throughout the region because of the fog and mist too, but it is definitely worse as you head into eastern North Dakota. We're below a mile in a lot of spots. So again, today we've got conditions that are not looking so good here in the region. We're going to watch that snow and rain travel eastward here in your hour-by-hour planner. And through the day, that snow line creeps closer and closer to the Fargo area. And eventually we do see more snow move in. And there's just a lot to go over here. We'll just quickly zip through your hour-by-hour planner. We're moving into Friday morning now. Just about everybody seeing some of that snow. Some places getting some heavier pockets. This is also when the wind will be strongest. So we're looking at deteriorating conditions, I would say, heading into Friday for most of the valley. And this continues on into Friday night, even into Saturday. So snowfall potential, heaviest snowfall out to the west. We're looking at the potential for 20 plus inches in a couple of pockets. Not everybody's going to get this much, but some places may. And one thing to keep in mind, the ground's still warm this time of year. It's wet snow, it's going to compact, and it might get pretty more slushy than anything in some areas in the valley too. And then as we head east, that amount drops off quite a bit. And you know, it all will depend on how quickly that rain snow line transitions through. And a quick look at our total liquid with this. We're looking at 1 to 3 inches, which is not good. We have the flooding ongoing. We haven't even touched on that. That's an issue for us here in the valley as well. And just some road hazards. Watch out for those slippery roads and low visibility. We also have that flooding, some ponding on some of the roads. Don't try to drive through floodwaters. And one other thing, heavy snow on the trees that still have leaves. We're looking at conditions that are going to be ripe for some issues with branches coming down and maybe some power line issues. So quick look at your 7-day planner. Next week does look better. We're going to be into the 40s. Let's get the snow out of here as soon as possible, right?
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
That's what I said before. Next week
Exactly.
looks nice.
It does, you know. I mean, 40s. It's funny how
does.
your standards change as you
That's
dip
the
into
hardest thing about
winter.
living here. Like all of a sudden 48 is like, oh, that looks nice. We just had 70 like 2 days ago. I'm like,
I
what
know.
planet?
Yeah, but
So-
after what we have right now.
Quick estimation, Saturday, because it's homecoming,
I
there's going to
know.
be tailgating. Like, are you thinking it's going to be
Boy,
snowing at that time?
It
or-
might be. You know, yeah, our forecast models still have that system. It kind of slows down and just sits there and it spins. And we're looking at it hanging around through Sunday too. It'll gradually be winding down, but Sunday
The
morning.
good news is
during
it's perfect
today-
snow for snowball. So as you're out
There you
tailgating,
Yeah,
you can,
they're going to hit you good.
You know what? I mean, we know NDSU fans will still be out there having fun in it.
For
too.
sure,
Oh,
the
yeah.
people around town, but I know a lot of people come from western North Dakota and the roads are not good. It's
No.
snowing.
That's
So
true.
the fans that are coming from Minot and Bismarck, and even some of our crew members that are coming from
Yeah.
Bismarck as well, hopefully
Sure.
they make it to the game.
Lee may be in the
Lee,
Bismarck
well,
studio
There
doing
you
it.
go.
Exactly.
Better safe than sorry, that's for sure.
All right. Well, we can keep you here because actually this is like weather that sounds like hockey weather too. And talking about people getting around and travel, the home opener for the Fargo Force on Friday at Shields Arena. We want to remind you that we have those 4-pack giveaways. We're giving them away every Tuesday. We had our first winner this last Tuesday, another winner next Tuesday. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings and the Fargo Force. So just go to valleynewslive.com and click on the contest tab to get yourself signed up. And of course, and maybe it would be great, Chris, to just, watch the Bison game from home tomorrow. So you don't have to
you
battle
go.
anything, right?
I love that you said tomorrow because it's
Oh,
Friday
tomorrow.
Eve. So I like where your head's at. That's so nice.
It feels like Friday to me
Doesn't it
today.
though? I'm like, do we even have
Sorry,
work tomorrow?
Saturday. Tomorrow is Fargo Force. Saturday is the Bison football game.
It might be Friday for some, you know. I know schools are being canceled. That's scrolling
That's
at the bottom
Right.
of your
Yeah,
screen. So
Carrington called off school early this
that's
morning.
right. And I noticed we have a couple that are just in as well, so keep an eye on that.
But
too.
it does feel like a Friday, doesn't it? Like
starting
I
to.
just,
So you want to see
Keep talking about
He's
it.
hoping for a snow day tomorrow.
I
You
know.
still have to come
Exactly.
in, even if there's no school, Chris. Be sure to tune in Saturday, not tomorrow, for the Bison pregame show. It's starting at noon. It's homecoming weekend. It's a big weekend. That Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. That never gets a snow day either. So, and the game at 1 o'clock.
what if you and I can't make it because of the weather?
I guess
Good question.
it's possible.
You know, it'll be
They'll
worse.
figure
Maybe a
out
little
a way.
premature on that.
Yeah, coming in from the east, it won't be as bad from the southeast, so they may make it. We'll see.
And Sunday morning, you see here the Bison Football Coaches Show with Matt Entz. That's at 10:30 on KX4 every Sunday morning. And then I want to move on and focus on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And we're going to have all this snow stuff behind us.
Could we say thank you for the Fargo Dome? Like the fact you have a dome and it's going to be
Yes.
bad weather. It just
Don't
makes
have to
it
be
so much
outside.
better. Yeah.
Goodness, I would not want to be outside.
Can
And
you
I'm a
hear that?
diehard
I can
fan.
hear the rain coming down right now
Yeah.
at the studio.
We have a great guest with us coming up next. We're going to be talking about procrastinating. Stay with us.